Philippians chapter 2 talks about Jesus Christ, and it says in verse 7, "He made himself of no reputation, taking the form of a bondservant and coming in the likeness of men." It's interesting because this word for no reputation, some translations will say he emptied himself. And that is the word in Greek from the base word kenosis. Kenosis means to empty or to void or to become empty. So as you think about this, Christ emptied himself of his glory. And he became a man. He became Emmanuel, God with us. Now, one of the things I began to think about when I thought about this concept of kenosis and Christ emptying himself, what is it that I need to empty myself of? What character traits do I have? Maybe unseen traits that I need to remove from my life. They need to be emptied. They need to be gone. I think I can come up with a list of things, and perhaps you can too. And yet, Christ emptied himself of his glory, became a human being. It's also a reminder for us, it's not good enough just to empty yourself of wrong ways, of wrong character traits. There's something more to it. In fact, there's another word that goes along with this, and it's the word pleurosis. You've probably heard of pleurisy. Pleurisy is a disease of the lungs, the lining of the lungs, where oftentimes they'll fill up with fluids. It's filling up with fluid or infection because of the disease that's there. And in fact, when you look at this concept of filling up and emptying, we've got to empty ourselves of the things that are un-Christ-like, and we've got to fill ourselves with something else. In fact, in Colossians chapter 1, verse 9, we can see this pretty clearly, what it tells us to fill ourselves with. It says, "For this reason also, since the day we heard it, we don't cease to pray for you and to ask that you may be filled with the knowledge of his will in all wisdom and spiritual understanding." So we understand we've got to be filled. Maybe do a study. Do a study on what the Bible says are those godly characteristics that we all must be filled with. Because there is no doubt, like Christ, we must empty ourselves and yet be on the mission to fill ourselves with those good and godly things. That's BT Daily. We'll see you next time.